Out of many expressions that reflects the harsh reality of high youth unemployment, there is one that hits hard for those who study liberal arts. I'm sorry for being a liberal arts major. Job seekers who major in literature, history, and philosophy are the least popular candidates in the job market, and the expression is used in a rather self-deprecating manner. These students are especially ridiculed by those who study engineering or science. They question the utility of majoring in literature, history, or philosophy. They say, these academic subjects are needed to become a more cultured person, but are they really worth majoring in? Why not read the books, absorb the knowledge, and become self-taught? Realistically, the purpose for higher education is to get a better paying job. What kind of reward are you expecting when you choose these subjects as your major? But there are those who think differently. These academic disciplines are the base for all academic activity. The overall study of what humans have created is a key factor to understand before we set off on our careers. What's the point of learning a technology in science without understanding humanity? Some take on a more compromising position. While acknowledging the need for liberal arts, they say that there are too many departments, professors, and students related to the subjects. Why don't we minimize the size of faculty and students in liberal arts departments and focus more on practical fields that can instantly create jobs and contribute to the national wealth? The argument doesn't seem to end easily. Also not changing for the time being will be the number of liberal arts majors who choose more practical subjects as their minor, and the dismal statistics showing the difficulty of liberal arts majors finding a job. Those who major in liberal arts are being ridiculed because they are having trouble finding jobs. So I said those who major in liberal arts are being ridiculed. To be ridiculed is to be teased or to be made fun of. People are making jokes about you or saying bad things about you. New disses are popping up for liberal arts majors because they are lagging behind in the job market. So I said new disses are popping up. A diss or to diss means to insult someone. It's a slang word that we use. So if you got insulted, you got dissed. Or yeah, like he's very good at dissing. That means he's very good at insulting people. And I said the majors are lagging behind in the job market. So to lag behind, you might know lag as when a computer runs very slowly and doesn't run smoothly. But if someone's lagging behind, means they are not keeping up. They are kind of behind the group that is in front. So if you're lagging behind, means you have not caught up yet to the other people. Currently, there is not a demand for literature, history, and philosophy. Schools need to regulate the number of students choosing these majors. So I said currently there's not a big demand for literature, history, and philosophy. As in supply and demand, you could use it for products, for people, or even majors. So currently in the market, there is not a big demand for people who are studying literature, history, or philosophy. There needs to be a call to action to limit the number of students majoring in liberal arts. More students need to focus on studies that will help them find a job after college. So I said there needs to be a call to action. A call to action is when there's a problem, an emergency, or something needs to be fixed, where everyone needs to come up with a new rule or figure out a solution to the problem. That's a call to action. So you're calling people to do something. Students need to have a good academic foundation. Liberal arts can give that to students, and there should not be a stigma towards them. So I said students need to have a good academic foundation. So a foundation, means where a house or a building is built. It's the concrete underneath it. It's the very strong part. But we also use the foundation means kind of the basics. So a good academic foundation means a student should know everything: reading, writing, math, science, social studies, art. If a child knows that, they have a good academic foundation. So what this is saying is that even though liberal arts is broad, it creates someone who can study and they have a good foundation. They know about a lot of different subjects. And I said there should not be a stigma towards them. A stigma is like a negative feeling towards someone or something. So what this is saying is that companies want a specific degree like accounting. They'll look at a liberal arts major and they'll have a stigma, a bad feeling towards it. Liberal arts form well-rounded students, and employers should not discriminate against them. So I said that liberal arts form well-rounded students. Again, if someone's well-rounded, that means they have knowledge in a lot of different subjects. So, if you go to school and you study engineering in high school or in college, and you only study engineering, but you do no writing, no art, even, you don't even watch sports, you're kind of focused on one thing. But someone who's well-rounded has a knowledge of many different subjects. Liberal arts majors noticed the discrimination against their field of study, so they proactively try to study other areas in order to get employment once they graduate. So I said that liberal arts majors, they notice the discrimination against their field of study. So your field of study is your major, but even if when you get out of college, let's say you want to study Korean history and you get your advanced degree, that is your field of study, is Korean history or history. So it's not necessarily what you majored in. So if you majored in engineering, but later became an electronic engineer, and then you became a patent attorney for engineering, for electronics, your field of study would be electronic engineering and patent infringement. So it's kind of a more broad way of saying your major after you study. And then I finally said they proactively tried to study other areas. So if you're proactive, it means you are taking initiative to go out and do something or study or fix something. For example, if you're working in a company and you work in marketing, but you see there's a problem in accounting, it's not your job to fix it. But if you went to the accounting manager and said, hey, look, I can fix a problem, you proactively did something. You went out and took your own initiative. Same as if, you were walking down the street and you saw some trash on the ground. You're expecting someone to go pick it up. But if you go pick it up and throw it away, you are being proactive. Liberal arts majors are scrambling to improve their educational background by minoring in specific fields and gaining certain qualifications before they enter the job market. So I said liberal arts majors are scrambling. So to scramble, you might think of scrambled eggs. That's correct. But if people are scrambling, it means there's a problem and they're quickly moving or quickly acting to fix the problem. We can also use it. It's used in sports. If someone drops a ball and many people are trying to go get it, they are scrambling to get it. Or again, if there's an emergency, people are rushing to fix the problem. So we said liberal arts majors are scrambling to improve their educational background. And thanks, guys, for downloading. And thanks for following us on Instagram at MATTSSAM. Thank you very much.